Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your full moon in Gemini reading. This is for the 4th of December. The full moon is happening at 13 degrees, so the moon will be 13 degrees of Gemini. The sun will be sitting in opposition at 13 degrees of Sagittarius. You can look up those degrees in your natal chart if you have that and get some additional information and clarity on what houses are being affected with this. If you do be mindful of your chart, leave me a comment and let me know. I'm interested in seeing how many people incorporate their natal chart, birth chart, same thing, into the messages that they're receiving. And if you're listening to your sun or your rising when you're listening to the messages that I bring. So the first card that shows up for Taurus is the King of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups. So I feel a lot of, I feel strong connection in this, right? With this Six of Cups. This can talk about childhood, it can talk about the past, but I'm feeling this is can be referred to as a soulmate connection as well. So I do see a King of Cups, somebody who is very mature, balanced when it comes to their feelings, their emotions within relationships, that sort of energy. It gives me the pull of that is what I'm seeing coming through. I mean, as far as right now goes with this full moon reading, this next card that comes up is the moon. The moon is ruler of Cancer. Cancer, on the collective level, talks about our home, our family, foundation, the place we feel safe, secured, nurtured, and loved. This card can also represent things that are hidden and fears. And I am getting this kind of pull, not a bad pull, but kind of like a nudge or a pull in a certain direction where someone may be. I don't feel much, but I feel slightly fearful, and I feel like they're slightly fearful of the unknown, maybe when it comes to a connection, a relationship of some sort, maybe one that's happening really quickly or comes out of nowhere or takes off and really accelerates and expands quickly, moves forward, advances in some way, shape, or form. So, again, that could be a fear that maybe just rises up. I don't feel like it overtakes a person or consumes a person, but there could be this just little fear that rises up about moving too quickly, maybe into a connection in a relationship. Gives me that sort of vibe. All right, let's see what next energy wants to show up, and that is the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is talking about victory and success. Let me do this so you can see things a little better. I do feel like there is victory and success associated with this quick moving breakthrough energy. This could be where you have a victory or a breakthrough during this full moon where everything, like, I feel if you have any fears that rise up, they dissipate as quickly as they come in. I don't feel somebody giving them a lot of time, energy, or effort or focus, right? I feel like they're more interested in elevating, growing, evolving, taking action, moving forward in a good way. Wow. Two of Cups. I do feel this is about a relationship. I felt that energy from the word go. This is about coming into union or coming into a connection. We have the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So I like to see, I don't feel this could be two different people for you, Taurus, a fire sign and a water sign, but that it doesn't have to be. I'm just feeling this as one energy. Um, and I feel like not only is it a person who's a true leader, who is exciting and fun, somebody who has great leadership skills, but somebody who is very emotionally tuned in as well. So I feel like this is a great provider and protector, this King of Wands, and I feel like he's a very nurtured. I feel like it's the same person as the King of Cups, somebody who's very kind, generous, nurturing, loving, right? Like they're not afraid to show feelings or express feelings or be authentic with their feelings, that sort of energy. I feel like you've manifested a person into your life. This feels to me like it's going to whatever Taurus, take what resonates, release what doesn't. But it feels like towards a Taurus who's been trying to manifest in a union, a partnership, somebody who is kind, loving, nurturing, emotionally available, as well as fun, passionate, exciting, generous, loyal as well is the energy. And the front row and center of this entire reading so far is the Six of Wands. So I see someone getting victory and success. I also already talked about that other energy. Wow, look, the Queen of Cups. I mean, not the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles now. Oh, listen, I did not see it. I swear I didn't see it. There was a Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I felt that energy. So I do feel you have a counterpart. This is a union, I feel, coming together. It is with a counterpart. I know these are all different signs, and typically you wouldn't, you'd see like these, like the King of Cups is typically not a counterpart for the Queen of Pentacles, right? I feel again, just like I did with the king energy, I'm feeling it with the queen energy right now. This is somebody very grounded. That is your energy, right? But they're also very like emotionally available. They're nurturing, they're kind, they're loving. It feels like there is a union that's coming in that is not only angelically supported and guided, but I feel like it's one that restores balance within someone's emotional realm. So I kind of get the vibe that somebody has been through some turbulent emotional experiences when it comes to relationships, and that is possibly why that fear is showing up and coming up. So let's get some clarifying cards. I love this already. Isn't that interesting? I said the Queen of Cups and it was on the bottom. Underneath it was that Temperance Angel. Yes, that angelic support and guidance to restore balance. This is a beautiful, harmonious energy. Maybe one that you don't see coming with the moon there. So that can be another part of the equation with all of this. Let's get some clarity. Let's first get some clarity on this King of Cups, who I also, wow, King of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Swords and the Judgment card. So I want to say this, and there's the Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck. I kind of feel this could be both you and a person that you're coming into connection with. You both have probably experienced some stuff, right? I feel like you possibly dealt with some emotionally turbulent, I feel like both of you have really, but one I feel had a very, like, it feels like toxic experience when it comes to relationship, love, authenticity, trust, that sort of thing. This king, I feel like this King of Cups could be somebody who has recently gone through a divorce or is going through a divorce. It gives me that vibe with the Queen of Swords there right now. I do feel this Judgment is here for a reason, because I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, like there is favorable judgment on an individual. It's almost like, the Most High is saying, I am rendering a judgment for you to meet someone who is as kind, loving, nurturing as you, someone who is loyal, dependable, hardworking, somebody who is fun, grounded, stable, right? Operates through integrity. I feel like there's a new beginning happening for someone. I feel two people. I feel two people coming together. Let's clarify. And I feel like this is judgment. Like this feels to me like judgment. Like I'm bringing together a divine union, right? So these other, I wanted to say clowns, got to be cast aside. I kind of feel like you've already gone through something, though, where there has been a disconnection, a separation, possibly even a divorce, and something is coming together. Like that, whatever situation fell apart, it was for you to be moved forward and unite into a victory, a success, that sort of energy. So let's take a peek at what this moon talk to us, give us some energy, some clarity on what this moon, and it does feel like a full moon, what this full moon is going to bring to the surface, what it's going to illuminate, what's going to rise up with this full moon for the sign of Taurus. And here we go. First card, a choice, a decision, a path. One path is specifically being like lit up. Like wow, I kind of feel there's someone not liking this. You know, when I see this little dude, or there's another one I got in a different deck, that when I see either one of them, I feel like this is a person. I definitely look at this as a person who wants to, whew, who steal your joy, steal your opportunity. I feel they want to mess up a new beginning with a King of Cups, right? I feel like this is somebody who's paying attention to what you're doing. They're gathering information some way, somehow, and they're trying to take that information and use it for something that's not for a greater good. Do I see that happening? I don't. But can I feel that happening? I sure can. So let's grab, I do feel like there is a choice. This could be a choice between two people, right? I just am telling you how I'm feeling this energy. If somebody's going to try to gather, like, find out everything somebody likes or what makes them tick or this, that, and the third thing, and then, pull out all the stops trying to entertain someone doing that, like, I don't feel that's going to work out. So I kind of feel like this King of Cups is trusting his intuition. I did mention that earlier, where they're trusting their intuition and they're making a judgment call. They're seeing something clearly. They know what's real, what's not real, and they're going to choose accordingly, is how I'm feeling with this energy. So let me see what else wants to come out. Here it is. What else wanted to come out with this Two of Cups? And that is the choice, the decision on a new beginning in love. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles. This is telling me that it's taken a very long time for this offer, opportunity, this union, uh, this meeting of the minds, this meeting of the souls, this coming together for victory and success. It is telling me it's been a long time in coming, but it feels to me like that judgment is saying time, right? It's time. It's time to bring judgment. It's time to bring favor where favor is meant to be. Next card that shows up is the Four of Pentacles, and that is the energy. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. Wow, I don't know what's going on with me right now. The Knight of Swords. So I feel like somebody wants to come in quickly and block this victory for you in some way, shape, or form. I kind of feel, I don't know if they use physical things, like, they try to block you by, like, I don't, I feel guilting you in regards to something physical. Like, if this is somebody who went through a divorce, there could be children involved, that sort of thing. They could be using them as pawns. That's not a cool thing to do. Like, that's like loser kind of activity. Don't be doing that, really. Nobody should be doing that. I do feel somebody wants to block a victory. That's what their intention is to do. I feel like somebody's keeping tabs, watching, paying attention, seeing if what somebody's up to, who they're up to with, and create something. Yeah, they want to, like, end this something for somebody. They want to beat somebody down, wear somebody down. Best of luck to you, because you're going to need it. That's not what I'm seeing happening. I'm seeing what happening is the wheel of fortune is turning. Something is changing. Somebody is going to be heartbroken about it as someone takes action and moves in a new direction. There's the King of Pentacles. Look at this. I knew when I seen all these kings and all these queens, these are legit high ranking individuals. By the time they're done going through all their ascension processes, they are mastering the realm. I am seeing the Emperor. I haven't seen the Empress, but I have now seen all the kings. There's the King of Pentacles. There's the Ten of Pentacles. And this is the ruler. The Emperor is a ruler of an empire. So it feels to me like it's time for someone to come into union. And it definitely feels like somebody wants to come in quickly, probably. I kind of feel talk a good game is how I'm feeling, in order to sabotage, block, beat somebody down, or wear somebody down. And that's the fashion I feel like they want to do it, so that they don't reach the victory. They're going to be rejected. That cup, that offer, whatever there is, look, even the Lover's card, like, it's a person who's really just an illusion. They're not real. They're wearing a mask. They're going to say and do whatever they can say and do to get what they want, to stop something from happening. I don't see it going down like that. I see it being rejected. So that, I feel, is what the choice somebody makes. That's just what I'm seeing. It doesn't have to be your reading. Take what resonates. So let's talk about this Two of Cups. Tell us more about this Two of Cups. Tell us more. First card shows up for the Two of Cups. Oops, dang. Sorry. The Two of Cups is the Star card. This is a major, somebody's been wishing for this. They've been trying to manifest in a healthy, healed, authentic connection relationship. And I feel they're getting it. I feel they're closing out. They're going to stand up and let every one of these wands, which represent burdens, fall right off their back. They're not carrying that dead weight with them. They are making a choice to, I feel, go for the gold, whatever that means. I feel like they are going to go for a major wish fulfillment. Like they're not going to fall prey to an illusion or some sort of confusion or distorted energy someone is trying to impose upon them. And I do feel imposed. There's somebody wants to insert themselves to create a block or hold somebody back, slow somebody down. They don't want somebody moving on. Yeah, look, I told you they're gonna that's their intention, is to distort, get somebody confused. Am I making the right decision? Have I not invested enough time in trying to heal or fix the situation? I feel like saying yada 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 because that's how I feel this energy is coming out. Yada yada yada. Like they're just saying a bunch of nothing, right? They're saying everything somebody wants to hear, but it's not genuine. It's not sincere. Bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. This is about trusting your intuition because you are heading towards victory, and there is a snake that you're going to discover that is intentionally trying to stop, block, confuse, or distort you. This is an energy that doesn't want you moving on. This could be for the person I'm reading for. This could be for the person that they're coming in connected to. Or this could be for both of you simultaneously at the same time, where you both have either exes or people from the past who don't want to let you go. That sort of energy, want to rush in just as life is taking off and moving, going places, bringing things together for you. Yeah, look, want to come in and offer an apology, but you see something. There's the sun. You see happiness, joy, success. You see what somebody is hiding. Also, I see you know who the right person is. I feel whoever I'm talking to, there is an individual. Like it gives me the vibe, and I definitely do not say this often. You can listen to every reading I've ever done. If you, this is a divine counterpart connection with the Empress and the Emperor both showing up out here. It doesn't matter if you have one relationships, five relationships, 1,000 relationships. If that is not your destined counterpart, none of them will ever stand the test of time. They'll fall apart, they'll crumble, there'll be problems, there'll be all the most, right? Then ultimately you have to clean those up in order to move on and be able to connect to this. And this is what I'm seeing happen. I see two people like cleaning up, closing out cycles, moving away from situations, moving forward, coming into um, connection, into union, and bringing forth a celebration of a marriage, of some sort of commitment. That's how I'm feeling with this energy. So, ooh, all right, let's look at what this Queen of Pentacles wants to show up and say, this is someone, this is, I love the feel of this energy. I cannot wait to see what clarifies it because I love the feel I'm getting from this. I feel this is someone who you can really grow with, glow with. And I know I'm talking about no matter if you're a man or a woman, whatever it is, there is no gender in tarot, but I'm talking about as a counterpart, as a couple, as a pair. Like you, there is an energy that makes me feel like you really prosper. Like that's how the uh Emperor and the Empress, when you combine those energies, like it's untouchable. Like they can accomplish more than some people would ever understand or real. Like you, it's hard to express how powerful they are when they come into connection. And I feel like this is what is happening here. There are going to be energies that have to be left out in the cold that you can't take with you. These are energies that I feel were creating challenges, blocks for you, kind of affecting you reaching the Ten of Pentacles, that ultimate stability, security within yourself, within your finances, within your home, your relationships with your counterpart is how I'm feeling this. So I kind of feel like both of these people have been through some stuff. And I feel like there's similar stuff. I definitely do. I feel like this is a union that's coming together and nothing's going to stop it. I feel like that energy that's being left out in the cold. Like, see, for a long time, I feel like somebody couldn't see. They felt stuck in a situation. Could have been old belief systems, could have been just a million different reasons. They couldn't see the truth or didn't want to see the truth. But I feel a breakthrough energy and I feel a new day has risen, right? And I feel like there is a breakthrough energy that really propels someone forward. I do feel there, wow, yeah. Like I was going to say, I do feel they have to let things go. And they're letting go of these energies. Look, underneath that was the death card to the Six of Swords. That's not good energy right there. I feel like they're letting go of toxic old situations that were really feeling like they were always betrayed or stabbed in the back, um, things that really weighed heavy on a person. I feel like somebody has gone through some sort of transformation, and now they're like both of these energies feel to me they've moved past some toxic energies that probably wanted to stay connected for either financial reasons or it gives me the stability they got out of a situation is how it's feeling. I don't see it was a genuine connection in either one of these situations. And now those energies are being cast aside. That judgment is here. So energies being cast aside and this union being able to come into existence is how I'm feeling. There's the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody has done the work. This is what it's saying. They trusted their intuition. They're moving away, look, moving away from the past, letting go of those outdated, whatever shallow energies are. There's the King of Swords. They're speaking the truth, seeing clearly. Um, and there's a tower. There's a tower because somebody is turning their back on the past. That is justice and judgment. And there's that Queen of Pentacles again. So again, if this King of Cups was connected to, let's say, um, somebody who's materialistic, money hungry, greedy, all that stuff, he recognized the value in authenticity and love and genuine support, caring, understanding, right? The Queen of Pentacles that's on the other side, I feel any way that I'm looking at this, I'm just feeling that energy of two people uniting and they are in alignment on a soul level, like their spirits think with, and they act with integrity. They are very, like I said, compassionate, understanding, loving, nurturing. You feel good being together with them energies, around them energies, even if you're not in a connection with them. But I'm feeling a connection coming together of people who have recognized the true authentic value of authenticity, of people who are truly kind, caring, compassionate versus materialistic, money hungry, and greedy. That's how I'm feeling. And I feel like there's two people who have both learned some lessons. So the next cards that I'm pulling or that are popping up are from the mindful messages. These are just meant to be an inspiration, some sort of encouragement and help for you along your journey. The first card says breathe. It's easy for me to return to the present moment simply by breathing. If I am feeling anxious or worried, I close my eyes and breathe in deeply as I picture myself filling up with white light. Then exhale and envision stress and tension leaving my body. In this moment, I am free to gently stretch and open my eyes, feeling refreshed. This is renewing, like taking them breaths in, renewing your mind, body, and spirit, not allowing that lower vibrational energy to attach to you, to affect you, to change your or alter your mood in any way, shape, or form. So, yes, this is coming to center, being balanced from within. Beautiful energy. Let's see what the next messages are that want to show up. What are the next messages for the sign of Taurus? What are the next messages for the sign of Taurus? Oops, next one. Casting spells. Oh, okay. That's all right. The words I speak and the stories I tell are like spells. What I say and believe, I attract more of. So I shift my story from lack to abundance, from victim to empowered, and from complaint to gratitude. Now, when I speak to others through my words, I am casting beautiful spells, not only on yourself, but on others as well. That's very important because, like, when you, like, if you've ever heard of people mentioning when they, um, speak will on your name or speak ill over you, right? That is a spell. They're like trying to infuse or project some lower vibrational energies, right? Now, when those things are a lie, somebody does it just to make themselves feel better or to look better to people for whatever reason, right? That energy will not stick because it's not based on fact. It's not based on truth. It's based on someone's low vibrational perception or what somebody wishes, that sort of thing. That will not, when it doesn't attach, it will return to it will go back to where it came from, typically tenfold, right? So I feel like this is somebody who's not focused on talking smack on anybody else or over anybody else. I just feel like they're more interested in focusing and speaking on the beautiful things, the happy things, the nurturing things, the loving things in their life, right? And over the lives around them, because like ultimately it will impact you. Like if you're sitting next to somebody who, when you're out of the room, talks a bunch of smack onto you, right? Like they have that energetic tethering to that karma. When you're sitting next to that person, that karma can, like, you'll pay part of that karma. Like, you'll experience tough times or discouraging opportunities or whatever it is because you're connected to that energy. So it's being more mindful of the people around you, making sure they're authentic. I kind of feel whoever I'm talking to, you don't need me to say this to you, because I feel whoever I'm talking to, you've already learned this lesson. I feel like this was a lesson that you have learned, both of you, you and this person. I feel like you're coming into contact with, into union with, really. I feel like it's going to be something that takes off quite quickly as well. So hold lightly. This is the next card. I take the things and people that come into my life lightly, not holding on too tight, so that when it comes time for them to go, they may go smoothly. This does not mean I love any less or not value, but that I am open to the change of life. And I do feel like there is this release energy I'm feeling of letting go of something. And I don't really feel that energy of somebody trying to latch on and hold on. If anything, I could feel like it would be coming from partners of this king and the queen that I'm picking up on, these counterpart people. If they have exes that are not willing to release, let go. They're clinging. I'm feeling that, but I don't feel like it has any impact on you because you've already freed yourself from it. You've made peace with it in your mind, in your body, in your spirit, and you are okay with releasing, surrendering, and letting that, I feel, toxic situation go in order to have the healthy, the loving, the nurturing, the empowering connection, right? So, very big energy. Let's see. Next card that comes up says inspiration board. If I am ever feeling down or bored, I spend time creating a vision board to place in my home. I fill it with quotes, pictures, and desires that bring me inspiration and joy. Yeah, I definitely felt like somebody has been manifesting something. So you may have a journal, a diary, a vision board, whatever it is that you kind of like put things in or write things down in or display things in, that I kind of feel is a vision of what you have for your future, the desires for your future. I feel like it's bringing you in balance, and especially within love. You know, I love to see the heart. Leave a heart in the comments. I'm a fan of the hearts always. I surround myself with people I love and enjoy my time. I enjoy my time with them, but I also take time to nurture my relationships with myself. I have found a healthy balance between being with friends and having self-care time. Yeah, I definitely feel an energy of people, and I'm saying I know I'm doing a reading for Taurus, but I feel like Taurus is coming into union or connection with a counterpart, something that is destined, that it's meant to be, that it's that sort of energy. And I feel like it's a yin and a yang. It's the balance in a connection, a partnership. Like this is, really important, I feel. And I feel both people have learned from prior experiences what is not balanced. The next thing card that comes out is doing our best. It says do your best on the top of this thing bandana she's wearing on her head. We are all doing our best with the understanding and awareness we have in this moment. Any decision I take is okay, no matter the outcome. I make the best of any situation and learn as I go along. So yeah, again, I feel like someone has learned some lessons. And the bottom of the deck is the play. And if you look, you can almost see every chakra lined right up out here. Well, now you can, because there's that orange really showing up. All the chakras are out there. Somebody is really in tune and in touch internally with their soul, like their soul space, their mission, their path, their direction, all of that. I feel like somebody is very solid, stable, and confident in the direction they're moving. So this card says play. I am completely engaged in what I do in the here and now. I call it play instead of work. I am deeply fulfilled by all that I do. And again, I do feel like whatever this union, this partnership, this connection is, I feel like it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like you're building an empire. It feels like you're living your best life and enjoying every minute of it with the individual, with the person that you're with. Like it feels like you're working together cohesively to create and build something. And I just feel like it feels like a good energy. It doesn't feel like something like a burden or baggage or that sort of energy. Taurus, I hope this serves you well. I thank you for taking the time to listen. Please leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate you. Have a great day. I send you love and light.